Tutorials by Andrew Buckle. In this tutorial I'm just going to show you how you can create an abstract design just by using the rectangle marquee tool. So I'm just going to go over there, rectangular marquee tool I should say. Okay, first thing to do, I've got a design here. This one was actually created in Flame Painter 3 Pro. Really great application for creating some really lovely sort of unusual light flare effects. Now first thing to do, just go over here with the tool and just select the region you want, and then just copy, Control C and then Control V, so you just paste it back and then just use the layer style and drop shadow. So you just create a quick drop shadow there. Now I'm going to flatten that image, so then I'm just going to go a bit further down, just going to select another part, Control C again, or copy if you want to do that, and paste. So that's obviously edit menu, just copy and paste. And again, just go for layer style. Again, drop shadow. So just quickly do that. I can flatten that. Now, to make it slightly more interesting than just going, or you could actually just go over the whole thing with just breaking the picture into a sort of very abstract, sort of broken image. But you can also, of course, just go maybe use elliptical as well. But I'm just going to just quickly select another area and then Control C, Control V. But instead of just doing that, I can actually now rotate it. So I'm just going to just subtle rotation. So just there. And again, layer style, just give it a bit of depth into the image. And you also use different depths or modify the settings. You make it slightly more sharper or blur it, change the spread, distance, etc. Click OK. And again, you go over here, create different regions, so you don't have to create a square. You can actually just a rectangular region or maybe other areas. Control C, Control V, again layer style, drop shadow. And of course it just really depends on the image you've got. So you can just sort of play around with the image, see how it flows, and just keep adding more and more. So I'm just going to go up there now. Control C, Control V. And again, rotate that slightly. You don't want to make it too changed, like having it go flying off there. I think that just make it, so you want it sort of just a fragment, sort of just slight modification. So drop shadow again, give it again, it's a bit more depth. Click OK. Just got this one. And of course you can actually modify the actual selection as well. You don't have to keep the same colour, so you could actually also modify that, and I might do that just a little bit in a sec. So click OK there. Also you can just go down here, so select that region. Now at this point, instead of just keeping it the same, don't have to keep it the same, so you can just go to image, adjustment, and then maybe hue. So again, just subtle changes, don't really massive change, doesn't have to go sort of, but just sort of to slight yellow, so that goes slightly there. Click OK, Control Z, Control V. You actually go back now, you don't have to keep that, but you've still got it pasted, so just go back there and then paste that one on there. Just move it over slightly, just follow the path, just shift it as well, so you don't have to keep it in exactly the same path. And again, flatten that and then do the selection. Again, I'm going to next do elliptical, so it's actually just to create a circle, Control V, and again layer style, drop shadow. You see that drop shadow there. And you could even, of course, duplicate it. You don't have to actually have the same thing, so you can actually hold the Alt key down, so you can actually duplicate it again to create slightly more unusual abstract shape. And just go back to rectangular, and for that final one just over here, just to create a, and then maybe even drop shadow. Doesn't have to go in the same direction either, so you can actually apply the drop shadow in the opposite directions, create even slightly more unusual shadows. All the shadows have been going that way, now you can actually have the shadows go in different directions. And flatten the image, and that's it. You've just got a very nice abstract, instead of just a straightforward sort of burst of lens and flare and everything like that, you've actually got a more abstract design just as it flies up there. This is in the Photoshop CC, but you can of course do the same sort of thing in CS6, CS5, etc, etc. Hope you found this of interest.